Hey, and welcome back to Miss Kitty's Wild West Adventures. I'm back with another story about the Wild West, but first I have a question for you. When you think of gambling in the Wild West, what game comes to mind? Some of you may have said poker.
Maybe poker's just not your game, Mike.
Others of you may have said faro.
Since when is faro a business?
But what if I told you the most popular game in Vegas today was popularized in the Wild West by a woman? Simone Jules was born around 1829. Some say she was born in France, others say she was born in New Orleans, but either way, she was a lifelong dedicated Francophile. In 1849, she followed the gold rush out to California. She changed her name to Eleanor Alphonsine Dumont, and she began a lucrative career dealing cards at the Bella Union Gambling Hall in San Francisco. After some time there, however, she was suspected of card sharping, and she was fired from her position at the Bella Union. She moved on to Nevada City, California, and she had saved up so much money, she opened her own establishment. There she sought to bring a game from her homeland to the miners of California. She even named the place after her favorite game. The name of the place was 21, which in French means 21. At Dumont's establishment, she made the rules, and one of those rules was that no women were allowed, except for Dumont herself. She expected her clients to dress in their finest attire, and she didn't allow swearing, at least in her presence. And in return, she served the finest champagne. When people would win, she would celebrate with them, and when they lost, she would commiserate with their losses. She did so well at this establishment, she even started another one that she called Dumont's Place. She had the moving bug, though, and she would get bored easily, so she moved from place to place. She moved from California to Arizona to Montana. As she reached middle age, she had another name that people began to know her by. As she reached middle age, she developed a fine line of hair across her upper lip, giving her the moniker Madame Moustache. She wound up in Bodie, California, where her nickname preceded her. Sadly, as she aged, her looks were not the only thing she lost, and her once enviable dealing skills began to wane. One night, in fact, she lost $300 of borrowed money. So distraught, she went out on a midnight walk, and she took 3 items. What do you think she took with her? She took a bottle of her finest red wine, a lethal dose of morphine, and a suicide note. Her body was found just outside the town of Bodie on September 8, 1879. She is buried somewhere in the Bodie Cemetery, but sadly, time has lost her tombstone to us. Madame Moustache was a gambler who lived the life dealt to her as a woman in a man's world. She died the way she lived, on her own terms. So, I must ask you a question. Have you ever been to Bodie, California? Have you toured the Bodie graveyard? Maybe you have seen the grave of Madame Moustache. Leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching this episode of Miss Kitty's Wild West Adventures. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe. In the meantime, I'll catch you on down the trail.